Shielding core components. Can I assist you?
The drills at the primary dig site are functional. No signs of damage from the anomaly.
Good. Those don't yield as much helium as the blocks we send to the processing line, but losing them would still hurt our numbers.
Select your destination. Destination, container field. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Approaching container field.
I'm picking up latent radiological activity in that area.
Something must have contaminated the cargo.
There's no way we'll get a clear read on the anomaly with all that interference. You'll need to find the source of the radiation and jettison it.
My scanner should help me track down the culprit.
Best guess, I'd say you're looking for levels around 80 or 90 decigrays. If you get into trouble, remember you can use the Fury module's induction panel to recharge your shields.
Shields at 95%.
Radiation absorption at 30 decigrays and climbing.
You're getting warmer. Watch yourself.
These mechanisms will secure a container here once we harvest more helium-3. By the time the next Atlas Corporation freighter arrives, the container field will be filled to capacity, and all of these mechanisms will be in use.
We need to track down the source of the radiation, Jack.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Ah, sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container. Wait, something's wrong.
What is it?
I can't get the Fury transport to decouple from the container on the upper rack.
I can throw the manual override on the Fury's hitch. Stand by. I'll make my way up there now. Approaching Fury transport.
Careful. Once you decouple the transport's hitch, the autopilot's likely to kick in. So either get clear or find something to hold on to.
Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good.
Reboot initiated.
Jack, even your body can't withstand contact with an afterburner. Ah! Jack? Are you alright?
Affirmative. But the container was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire shipment. Sometimes you just have to improvise.
Power supply ruptured.
Easy does it. Ah! Holy sh... What the hell just happened?
Explosive decompression. The escaping gas caused the container to jettison itself.
Okay, so not exactly what we were aiming for, but... Well, I suppose that takes care of our radiation problem. Good work. The sensor should be able to scan the anomaly free of interference. I'm still trying to work out just how the hell we wound up with a container full of concentrated deuterium. Hold on. Something's wrong with that Fury transport.
The one that collided with the container. What's wrong with it?
I'm really not sure. It's moving erratically, veering wildly off its flight path.
Could be a problem with the Fury's flight dynamics.
Probably just need to reset the navcom. If you get a chance, would you mind looking into it?
Copy that.
And I'm not sure, but I think we might need to resynchronize the container field's inventory control system.
Are these issues urgent?
Not really. Neither one's going to keep us from scanning the anomaly. Consider them both secondary priorities.
Select your destination. Destination, Kronos 2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Nice. Good work, Jack.
What is it?
Nothing. I'm sorry, it was just... It was like watching some sort of weird robot rodeo. Cowboy Jack ropes himself a Fury.
Do I get a hat?
A hat, fancy boots, shiny spurs. We'll fix you right up. Till then, you can just leave the Fury where it is. I'll have Hera run some diagnostics on it before I can reconnect the remote link.
Copy that. I'm moving on.
Happy trails, partner.
Liv, you were right. The inventory control system is out of sync.
Probably got knocked off cycle by one of those pulses. In order to resynchronize the inventory system, you'll have to quickly scan each of the 3 I.O. ports in the container field.
Hera, mark the location of each I.O. port on my HUD.
Once you scan the first I.O. port, you'll have roughly 70 seconds to scan the other 2. If you don't make it, the system will reset and you'll have to start again.
That's one.
Clock is running. 70 seconds.
Seconds remaining.
One more to go.
Seconds remaining. Success. Inventory control station synchronized.
That was impressive.
That was much harder than I was expecting.
Well, nobody's perfect. Still, well done.
Inbound on the processing line.
So, we're going to need a lot of energy for this sensor sweep, but the pulse knocked out the flow control on the plasma blades. They're burning out of control and draining the power reserves.
One of us will need to enter the processing line and reach the emergency reset.
Well, I'd do it, if you'd let me.
I find your disregard for your own safety confounding.
That's why we make such a good team. You're my voice of reason. My Jiminy Cricket.
In that case, we're doomed.
The pulse has the electronics in that area on the fritz. If you reset the power transformer, I may be able to run a diagnostic.
The door is sealed, but it looks like some of the labor units are still online.
Well, they're not responding to comms. If you reset the transformer above you, I might be able to get one to open the line for you.
Positive contact. Stabilizing.
Grid stabilized.
The control hub in that area is back online. I've re-established contact with the labor unit manning the line entrance below. He should open the door for you.
Echo unit identified. Opening service entrance.
I should be able to reach the manual reset on the other end of the line.
You mean past the inferno of white-hot plasma?
Correct. Which is precisely why I'm the one doing it.
Jack? Jack, are you there?
Another EMP. Status report?
All clear here. But the line's throttle controls just went haywire. Be careful in there. That's a lot of flotsam. Better make sure nothing's jammed the conveyor systems. Could cause problems when we reboot.
I'll inspect the ice pallets.
Any sign of a working hard drive in all this wreckage?
Not yet. Most command functions are processed today. Approaching watch station.
The switch there should trigger an emergency reboot.
Reboot initiated.
That looked painful. Are you sure about this?
I'm certain. It's the only way to shut down the plasma lathes.
Shields at 30%.
Melted clean through.
Maintenance units shouldn't be entering the line while the cutting systems are active. Something's very wrong here.
Something must have interfered with the nav protocols.
Yeah, looks like. Labor units shouldn't just run face first into a hostile environment.
Reboot initiated.
Jesus, Jack. It's a good thing that pod is fully stocked.
Shields at 30%. Reboot initiated.
Do you require assistance, Echo One? What are you looking at?
Unit 14, what is your function?
Nav data mismatch. Multiple hazards detected. Maintenance cycle incomplete.
He seems intact, but he's running the wrong subroutines. The line's not scheduled for maintenance. Pallet clear.
Stubborn bastard.
Who? Me? I've been chosen by the One. This unit is not a transport.
Shields at 30%. Reboot initiated. shields at 30%.
I've located some intact command modules. My scanner should be able to pull the drive data.
Good find. With any luck, the data clusters are still intact.
Direct connection established. Synchronizing data stream.
Nav data purged. Kronos uplink lost. Executing last known command. Collision detected. Damage report. Unavailable. Lower limbs non-ambulatory. Upper limbs non-ambulatory. Excessive command feedback. Critical failure. All systems. Shutting down.
Well, that was certainly horrifying.
Reset in progress.
Power output back within normal parameters. We should have plenty of energy for the scan. Nice moves in there. Just watching that was giving me a cardiac. Jack, looks like everything's back up and running.
Affirmative.
Grab a Fury and head for the depleted dig site. I'll fill you in on the way.
En route to the depleted dig site.
Good. When you get there, you'll need to aim the sensor array at the anomaly. I'm heading out to rig up the transponder.
I thought we agreed that you'd stay on board the station.
Sorry, Jack. I need a direct line into the lathe systems to siphon the power supply.
Liv, the plasma lathes have already malfunctioned once. That's extremely dangerous.
Relax. I double-checked the failsafes and I've shut down the main relays. I'm following protocol to the letter. Mostly.
Confidence inspiring. I've reached the depleted dig site. Are you in position?
Just arrived. Go ahead and bring it online. I'll manage the power supply from here.
Affirmative. I'll activate the site's generator.
Right. Just make sure you've completed all your other tasks before you get started. This scan could take a while, and I'll need you there.
Dig site generator online. Core samples processing. All systems nominal.
This site's generator can only power a few systems at a time. I'll need to make sure its power junction is directed towards the sensor array. There should be a junction nearby that I can use to route power to the sensor. Power rerouted. Liv, how are your energy readings?
So far, so good. Head to the sensor and bring it online.
Sensor reached.
Look for the main control console. You should be able to activate the sensor from there.
Sensor powering on.
Confirmed. You'll need to rotate the dish so it faces the anomaly before we can get a clear reading. Jack, it's working. The signal's getting stronger. Keep going.
The array is now pointed at the epicenter of the anomaly.
Perfect. Give me a minute to process the data. What the... Jack, what happened? I lost my connection to the sensor.
Energy spike from the anomaly. I think it blew the fuse.
Shit. Those sensors are sealed before deployment. Okay, you'll need to cut through to access the fuse box.
This has to be against protocol.
Well, I find it's easier to get things done if you think of the field manual as guidelines, rather than regulations.
The filament popped. We'll need a new one.
There should be plenty of spare fuses around. Look for a replacement.
There wouldn't be much point to reactivating these solar panels. The generator is more than enough to power the array. Power level stabilizing.
Good. Let's get the sensor back online so we can finish the scan.
Sensors back online.
Connection established. Now we just need to realign the array.
Signal synchronized. Scanning inner horizon.
Liv, array is realigned. Can you confirm? Liv, do you copy?
I think it worked, Jack. I picked up something on the oscilloscope. I'm patching the audio through. Do you hear that? What the hell is this? Ah!
Liv. Olivia.
Jack, I need you. Find a Fury transport and get back here now. It just switched on.
Captain Rhodes, sitrep, please.
The automatic release protocols aren't working. I'm wedged between the trolley and the rail. Can you see a way to get me out?
Negative. It's trapped beneath the cowl.
The access cover. If you cut through the bolts, we can get a look inside. There! If you cut through the panel, I can pull myself free.
Anomaly detected. Proximity alert.
Jack?
The pulse knocked out my cutting tool.
Jack!
Rebooting.
Look! The anomaly is changing. What the hell? Jack, have you seen? Shit!
Cutting tool back online.
Incoming,
Liv.
Jack! Cut the panel!
Olivia, everything is going to be fine.
Station hull compromised.
That's it! You got it!
Captain Rhodes.
Wait! Shit! Come on!
Liv? Liv, do you copy? Are you all right? Hera, locate Captain Rhodes. Nothing.
Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Proximity
Hera.
alert. Good morning, Echo One. It is encouraging to see you have finally recovered.
Hera, what happened? Where is Liv?
Station has suffered extensive structural damage from the debris field. My program was forced into hibernation mode shortly after Captain Rhodes' departure.
How long was I offline?
Unknown. My internal clock became desynchronized when I entered hibernation mode. However, the captain did prepare an emergency beacon. You will find it nearby.
Emergency beacon. Got it. I'll have a look.
Mayday, Mayday. Titan Command, if you're out there, this is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Kronos 2 is lost. Say again, my station has been compromised. We were hit by a debris storm caused by the arrival of an unknown vessel in our sector. Damage is catastrophic. Honestly, it's a miracle I'm alive. I'd never have made it if Jack hadn't cut me free. But he won't reboot. He's gone. I can't stay here. Main power's offline, we've lost atmosphere. Radiation levels are climbing fast. I've no choice but to take my chances aboard the unknown vessel. It's a long shot, but if there's any hope I might be able to survive on that ship, I have to try. Titan Command, if you're receiving... Hell, if anyone's receiving... Come find me.
Hera, are there any Fury transports still operational?
Affirmative.
Reroute the nearest transport to the station airlock. I'm going to find Liv. Hera, open the activation bay doors.
Echo One, I am obligated to inform you that leaving the station is a violation of Atlas Protocol.
The captain's safety is my highest priority, is it not?
Affirmative.
The captain is in danger. It is my responsibility to help her. Now please, open the doors. Hera, can you locate Liv's transport?
Negative. Sensor network offline.
What if I were to repair one of the satellites?
Affirmative. A single sensor pulse from one of the satellites would likely be sufficient.
Then that is our first stop.
Reboot initiated.
I need to be more careful when operating in irradiated environments.
Proximity
Hera.
alert. Good morning, Echo One. It is encouraging to see you have finally recovered.
Hera, what happened? Where is Liv?
Station has suffered extensive structural damage from the debris field. My program was forced into hibernation mode shortly after Captain Rhodes' departure.
How long was I offline?
Unknown. My internal clock became desynchronized when I entered hibernation mode. However, the captain did prepare an emergency beacon. You will find it nearby.
Emergency beacon. Got it. I'll have a look.
Mayday, Mayday. Titan Command, if you're out there, this is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Kronos 2 is lost. Say again, my station has been compromised. We were hit by a debris storm caused by the arrival of an unknown vessel in our sector. Damage is catastrophic. Honestly, it's a miracle I'm alive. I'd never have made it if Jack hadn't cut me free. But he won't reboot. He's gone. I can't stay here. Main power's offline, we've lost atmosphere. Radiation levels are climbing fast. I've no choice but to take my chances aboard the unknown vessel. It's a long shot, but if there's any hope I might be able to survive on that ship, I have to try. Titan Command, if you're receiving... Hell, if anyone's receiving... Come find me.
Hera, are there any Fury transports still operational?
Affirmative.
Reroute the nearest transport to the station airlock. I'm going to find Liv. Hera, open the activation bay doors.
Echo 1, I am obligated to inform you that leaving the station is a violation of Atlas protocol.
The captain's safety is my highest priority, is it not?
Affirmative.
The captain is in danger. It is my responsibility to help her. Now please, open the doors. Hera, can you locate Liv's transport?
Negative. Sensor network offline.
What if I were to repair one of the satellites?
Affirmative. A single sensor pulse from one of the satellites would likely be sufficient.
Then that is our first stop. Hera, I have a visual on the Fury. Is it ready to launch?
Negative. Detecting hazardous levels of radiation. Fury controls are currently locked in accordance with Atlas protocols. Please activate the transport's radiation dampener before departure.
Dampening field activated.
Acknowledged. Long-range sensor satellite located. Plotting course.
All right, let's go find our captain.
Select your destination. Destination, Sensor Satellite A2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Hera, status report.
Repairs to satellite must be completed before long-range sensors can be restored.
Understood. Hera, what are these unusual growths covering the satellite?
Unknown. Recommend further investigation.
Agreed. Begin new log entry.
Acknowledged.
Commencing visual assessment. Substance possesses an uneven surface and visible diversity, suggesting it is likely organic in nature. Its sudden emergence in our ecosystem would seem to indicate the substance is somehow related to the arrival of the unknown vessel.
Recommend using your scanner to collect additional data. Scan data received. Stand by. Amino-organic compound. Intact peptide bond. Minimal cellular activity. Preliminary analysis. Dormant biopolymer. Origin unknown.
Doesn't seem dangerous. It does not appear to have survived the vacuum.
Recommend completing a threat assessment. Advise you establish physical contact with the substance.
A fibrous texture. It does not appear to damage my exoskeleton. The substance appears to be safe to touch.
Interaction logged. Advise using your reactive cutter to acquire a sample.
Strange. Hera, did you see that? The substance appears to have been provoked by my reactive cutter.
Acknowledged. Logging interaction.
Unfortunately, this means I won't be able to procure a sample.
Investigation complete. Logging all observations of the biomass under the heading Unknown Biological Threat.
Very well. Let's see if I can get this satellite operational. Curious. Labor units are designed to maintain limited functionality, even after suffering catastrophic damage. But this unit appears to have ceased all internal functions. It is beyond recovery. Hera, I've located the maintenance hatch.
Acknowledged.
I'll need a power cell. Battery locked in. Hera, the power is waking up the biomass.
Advise caution.
Now to switch the power controls to battery backup. This debris is not part of the satellite. It must have come from the unknown vessel. This panel is sealed on deployment. I'll need to cut it open to access the power flow controls. That did it. The satellite is now fully operational. Hera, please begin a long-range sensor sweep looking for any Fury transports.
Acknowledged. Echo 1. Long-range scanners have located Captain Rhodes' Fury transport. Signal originates from within the unknown vessel.
Understood. Plot a course.
Acknowledged. Fury transport ready to depart. Select your destination. Destination, Fury Transport FR-103. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Hera, take us along the starboard side of the vessel. Begin scanning the hull for distinguishing features or markings.
Acknowledged. Be advised. Reducing speed.
What is it?
Possible visual markings identified on hull.
Hold here. I'd like to get a closer look with the Fury's spotlight. I can use the Fury's spotlight to get a clearer look at these markings. Hera, could this be some form of writing system?
Cross-referencing against all known written communication systems in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. No matches found.
Assemble a table for lexical analysis. We need to keep moving.
Acknowledged. Re-engaging thrusters on your input. Select your destination. Warning, obstruction ahead. Searching for alternate route.
Dead end. I can use the Fury spotlight to help Hera find a clear path. There. That passage looks clear. Hera, can you confirm?
Affirmative. Plotting new course. Plotted. Signal when ready to proceed. Select your destination. Proximity alert. Brace for collision.
analysis of this vessel's design, layout, construction, anything that might help to determine its origin?
Affirmative. Stand by. The vessel's overall configuration is unfamiliar to Atlas databanks. However, certain elements of the internal design would suggest...
Hera, do you copy? The ship must be interfering with our comms. Liv's signal is coming from somewhere in the vicinity. I should investigate the area. The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it. That should protect me from the radiation. Liv must have used this to find a way inside.
Right, Captain Rhodes signing out.
Curious. A control panel, perhaps. An airlock, but it appears to be offline. The hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in. With the amount of biomass in the area, it seems likely that this vessel is the source. This airlock is damaged beyond repair. I'll need to find another way in. This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here. An ionized fluid reservoir, charged contact point. Most likely some kind of power cell. An auxiliary power supply. Offline, but undamaged. Contact with the biomass. I should avoid active material. power cell installed. Now to replace the rest. Looks like the airlock is powering on. If it's functional, that's my way inside. Holographic controls. Intriguing. If Liv came this way, she may still be in range of my personal communicator. Liv, do you copy? Olivia, are you there? Still jammed. No choice but to follow her trail for now. The cabin is pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass? A large compartment, roughly humanoid in shape. This could be a staging area of some sort. This is similar to the emergency junctions on the Kronos. I may be able to redirect the power flow, but I'll need to cut this cover off first. It looks like I can access the ship's infrastructure from here. The data displayed here does not match any code or language listed in my database. Those spores could be what's contaminating the air supply. The spore detonated on contact with my cover. Maybe I can clear some of the contamination. Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful. Biomass over there went dormant when the power failed. It seems to be tied directly to the vessel's power grid. This bulkhead is sealed. Maybe I can cut through to reach the locking mechanism. Locking mechanism released. Now to pry the door open. Something's pierced the hull. This appears to be releasing spores into the air supply. A bioweapon, perhaps. These spores detonate on contact. They would deplete my radiation shield in short order if I don't avoid them. I can re-enter the main cabin from here. I'm detecting a charge from this device that's similar to the Kronos 2 induction panels. Perhaps I can use it to recharge. I'm able to draw power from this. I can use it to replenish my radiation shield if necessary. Curious, these warheads don't match anything in my database. What is that? Strange. High-velocity magnetic rail. The impact from a weapon like this would be immense. This area is highly irradiated. My scanner might help me find a safe path across. One of the doors here must still have power. Radiation levels falling. The warheads here must be unarmed. That was repulsive. The cysts appear to react to external energy sources, just like the biomass. Only the reaction is much more hostile. I'll need to steer clear of that.
Aside from the biological contaminant that's rendered the air unbreathable. That includes both human life and aliens. Oh, I can't believe I'm even saying that. But the technology on board doesn't match anything used by Atlas or the USN, so I have to consider the possibility. Though whoever's ship this is, they're long gone. anyway. With the air contaminated and no contact from Titan Command, I need to prioritize survival. If I don't find some clean air before my O2 runs out, all this speculation will be a moot point. Captain Rhodes, signing out. Hopefully not for the last time.
here. Echo Unit Prototype Android. Obsolete design. Designation Jack. How interesting.
My firewall has classified you as malicious code. Identify yourself.
I am called Apollo, tactical AI construct on the Estrella. You're on board my ship. I mean you no harm. In fact, I need your help.
Sorry. There's someone I need to find.
So I surmised. Curious. Prospecting robots don't perform search and rescue functions. But then, they don't have names either. I would propose a bargain. You help me repair my Cortex, and I'll help you find who you're looking for.
You are familiar with the ship's systems and design?
Intimately familiar, though I am currently operating at diminished capacity. I need someone to assess the damage and effect repairs. I understand what I'm asking is difficult, but neither of us has the time for careful considerations. I suggest you decide quickly. You know where to find me.
I have some questions before we begin.
Fixing my Cortex will likely take some time. If you begin the repairs, I'll do my best to satisfy your curiosity.
Where do I start?
My heat sinks are depleted. They must be refilled from the coolant reservoir. You can access the heat sinks from the maintenance consoles.
Raising heat sinks.
The neighboring controls actuate the coolant valve. Use it to refill both heat sinks. Process is working. Coolant transfer in progress.
Transfer complete.
Now, return the heat sinks to their enclosures. I've been operating at diminished capacity since we came under fire. You have no idea how good that feels.
Your ship emerged from some sort of spatial anomaly. How did you get here?
Our ship sustained damage. I attempted to execute an emergency jump. Unfortunately, our power grid failed while the engines were firing. My knowledge of the event is limited at present. The power surge damaged part of my neural processing net. You'll need to enter my cortex below and repair the damaged cores.
Who attacked you?
Tactical data on the conflict is restricted. I'm unable to share that information.